Oh, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Happy Monday, happy Monday. Welcome to another Monday Night Mass.
Has the mil-spec stock too?
Tony Tone got the new AR.
Mil-spec monkey.
Mil-spec Monkey. J Watt, Jimmy Boy, Mr. Lock and Load. How's everybody doing?
And it was given to me before anybody freaks out. Everybody fucking flips out anytime Tony does anything. This shit was given to me. I don't got no fucking money, so I didn't go buy nothing. I know I got people keeping tracks on my expenses out there.
No, it's not like having a financial advisor. That means you got to pay attention to him.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I ain't got what, $1,200 for a fucking Colt LE model, LE 6920. I definitely ain't got money for that. So
Fuck what everyone says. Okay.
So yeah, we're starting to dragon up. I don't know what the fuck we're talking about tonight. I got some. I got one thing we could throw out there right away that I wanted to do a video about is Donald Trump throwing out there just deporting everybody, the anchor babies. He had like a 3-point plan on immigration. I'm down with that. I'm on board with that whole plan that he has. Deport the anchor babies, deport the fools who are here illegally, build the wall. You know, I'm on board with that. I'm not
no doubt.
Only issue is every politician says that. That's the only issue. Every single politician says that. But will he act? I think Donald Trump may act. We don't know though, right? Never know until he's in office doing something.
Yeah, good questions to ask of Donald Trump would be his relationship with, quote, the citizens or the people. All right, it's fine that the corporations have good business environment and their shareholders make money and people get jobs and all that kind of shit, but what about the consumers? Are we just all going to get bombarded with more poisons and crap? Or
You see, I really think that Donald Trump is a wild card. I think a lot of you guys, a lot of you guys like him. I think he's a wild card. I think that he potentially could be good, but I think he potentially could be really bad, But I guess our alternatives is Hillary Clinton, right? So.
Yep. Turd sandwich or poop soup.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
She's the one, dude. She's the one who they want.
Oh yeah, she's most likely going to be president.
They already got her seat filled out, brother.
Oh yeah.
Her seat's already filled out.
Yep.
So you could go in there and redecorate the White House, yes.
Maybe some rainbow flags. That would be interesting.
What do you guys think? What do you all think? As far as Mr. Bill, you think Bill's going to play a role?
Probably not.
You just got to go for the ride or whatever.
I think
he's going to be the first lady.
So. What do you say, Jay Watt?
I was going to say, once she gets the nomination, I have no doubt that Bill's going to be friggin' out there campaigning for her, with her. It'll be as if he's running, hey, we got friggin' 90s again. Let's go for it and do it. We are change. Crap like that. I totally see him getting involved.
Me too.
I like that meme that says when he's talking to his wife, they say, well, you're in prison. Does that mean, is it fair game for me to fool around?
Yeah, I saw that, yeah. I just think it's funny. He's going to be the first lady. I think he's definitely
the first lady.
What'd you say?
Thirsty?
No, he'll probably end up doing the first lady.
Yeah. Probably right. No, I think you're right, Jay Watt. He's probably gonna have his foot in the door somehow or in some way, but I don't think he's gonna be necessarily making decisions though.
Yeah. that's going to be one of their selling points is, you get both of us, you get the former president and me, and we together, along with the help of everybody, we can make a difference. And all
Now,
the other
can
crap
he be vice president? He's not prohibited by the Constitution by being vice president, is he?
that would be an interesting thing, Jim.
And then he can run the Senate, So.
Well, if it's not him, who would it be? I'm curious about that. Imagine it being Bernie Sanders.
Even the Republicans say pick out somebody that's not the, they got the herd of people that are competing for the nomination, and then there's the vice president person is usually maybe one of those that isn't even in that race, like Sarah Palin, where she kind of just came out of nowhere,
Yeah.
I don't know, Jesse Ventura might be the VP for Trump, but so
I don't know about you guys,
on the
but I
ballot,
heard something about Oprah being the VP for Donald Trump.
Yeah, well, that would make sense for you want a business, turn our government into a business, and actually make it a profit-making corporation, or for its shareholders, not the corrupt bullshit we got now.
What's up, Q?
Sandwich time, sandwich time.
Sandwich.
Yeah.
Peanut butter jelly time.
I'm gonna put little man upstairs, and I'll be right back. Tony, hold it down, yeah. I'll be right back.
You did a wish sandwich. You have to be so good. And you wish you had some meat to put on it.
I said Saints, M&P, 10 round. I don't know. I think 10 rounds in that empty room again.
Lights are on, but nobody's home.
How long do
I
you
don't know
sit
why.
in the room before you realize it's empty?
I don't know why he keeps taking him to that empty room, dude. It took me in that empty room too, and I tried getting on my phone so I could add him through my phone, but that shit didn't work.
Sounds like a Twilight Zone, yeah.
Probably because he doesn't update his shit. When he gets a message that says update, he doesn't update. He just leaves his shit on the fucking old shit.
Obsolete, Mr. Wordsworth.
Yes, we want the customers to buy the same shit over and over and over again.
Wait, that Twilight Zone? That one's badass, man.
Tony Tone.
Look out, Jim. There's a bear next to you.
Yeah.
Tony.
Yeah.
Hold it down, yo. I'll be right back.
Yeah, check out Tony's videos. He's got some nice nature scenes of Nevada and stuff. I've been enjoying all that stuff, especially the swimming ones are good. We're hopefully going to maybe might do a tubing trip next week on the Wapsie River. We'll see if we can get that together.
Yeah, it's good to get out and do this nature stuff because the city, well, I'm in the city, is just shit all told. Or it's not even worth being here anymore. I'm trying to look for work outside of here so I can get out of this place. You'll know if I change my thing from 702 to 775.
I'm glad it's an area code, right? Not a zip code.
Yeah.
Zip code is under the jurisdiction of the corporation and their system of office addressing.
Yeah.
Tony's going to be doing some dual wielding.
Now, if you only had the ammo to feed both of
Hold
them.
it under your arm and be like,
You guys ever hear that? See that vest that's got the magnet in the shoulder? You gotta put. Oh, that was close, dude. You gotta put 2 magnets in both your shoulders and then magnets at the butt of the gun, and just put it to your shoulder and just.
Yeah, you get it tuned in. It just goes to the same place every time you race it up there.
Dude, how awesome would that be?
I don't know if they have those for pistol like AR pistol type weapons that kind of come handy. Your shoulder becomes the buttstock.
For some reason, depends on how long the barrel is.
Those are two nice rifles, Tony.
Thanks. Thank you, sir.
Which one do you like better?
I haven't got to mess with this other one too much yet, so I can't. This is mine I built, so of course this one probably.
Is that completely Frankenstein, or is that somewhat stock?
It's from everywhere.
No, I heard Tony talking the other day. He likes the new one much better.
Now the older one's gonna get jealous.
The only time it's real fun is like when you go from one gun to a different gun, like not an AR to an AR or an AK to AK. You got to go from like an AR to a shotgun or a shotgun to a hunting rifle, like something bigger and badder each time.
Well, you got a hunting rifle too, right? You could have some fun with that. I showed you the ammunition. If you want to just get some PPU, that's not too expensive.
Yeah. I can fucking put that on there too. Huh. Colt does this thing with the front sling mount sideways.
It's a sideways front swivel mount.
Yeah, that Colt AR is pretty nice, though. I like that.
Yeah,
it's as stock as it gets, pretty much.
Well, yeah. I was just switching all the parts, just messing with it. It's just funny how everything's so interchangeable.
Yeah, what kind of bolt carrier is in the Frankenstein gun?
It's an M16 bolt. I don't know. I think it's a Delton bolt.
All right, cool.
But it is an M16 bolt for sure.
When I build my first one, I think I'm gonna get this bolt. It's like $400, but it's really cool. It's titanium. I mean, it's got the special coating on it. You don't even need to lubricate it, really, or barely.
Lubricating rifles is overrated.
Yeah, but you get them broke in, they just kind of slide off the wear spots,
Don't tell that to Chris, Tony. That lubricating rifles is overrated. Because, I don't know if you guys remember, but the other night...
That's more solid. Solid. I don't know, the ammunition selector is a must.
You cut out, what'd you say? The heavy what is a must?
The ambi safety selector is a must.
Yeah.
Gotta have
everything.
Feels naked when I don't have it.
Do you put an optic on that gun?
Yeah, there's an aim point right here.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, I'm just fucking with it. I like how it feels. I'm gonna sell this Magpul ASAP single point sling adapter if somebody wants it. Might actually probably sell both of them. I got two of them. I don't know who the company is on the other one.
Maybe I ought to get one of them. I don't know.
I'm going away from the single point. I'm over the single point shit.
Yeah.
Go back to the 2-point fucking old school sling and be satisfied with that.
What type of single point sling do you have?
Condor.
Condor. Is that any good? You like that?
It's cleaner with the oh yeah. Can I put the aim point to this, you think?
Oh, no. No.
Hey, I think you can.
No, yeah, I think you can. I don't think you should, though.
Bolt comes up. This bolt comes up.
I know you can. You definitely can, but I don't think you should. That's just my opinion, though.
I don't think you should.
I'd probably keep that on the other rifle.
The ACOG that goes on top.
Yeah, if you can get an ACOG, take off that that handle, that whatever that is, whatever you're grabbing right now. I forget what it's called, but if you take that off and put an ACOG on there, that'd be pretty sweet.
I want a scope, like a hunting scope that will last forever. I don't know
What is it? Hold on, I'll send you a link of one that G was showing me. Hold on. Here, I'll send you the link. Take a look at that.
Yeah, we got 18 people out there watching. Appreciate it. Of course, G and Tony fired up the dragon. Seeing who all's out here. You want to do some shouts real quick? We got M&P, Mark's out there, and Mark Hendon, and K Candy, and Influence Freedom 2, and LBCK 2012. Yeah, Mark Harden. Let's see here. What else we got out here? Mark Harden, Mr. Tommy Boy 9. Yeah, it goes back a little bit there. So thanks for everybody that's watching. Trying to think of what people were talking about out there. Talking about upgrading it to, I think AR trigger is important on an upgrade, of course. And then M&P's kind of making fun of Tony and his gun stuff. So doesn't he have an M1A that everybody would like to see?
Hey Tony, check out Jay Watt's link and also the scope I sent. I sent in the link.
Mr. Tommy Boy mentioned something like the Rod of God weapon. I don't know. I just got kind of a little blurb about that. Has anybody heard anything about that?
I want to throw my 2 cents worth in on one of the questions that was asked in the external in just a minute, Jim.
Yeah, go ahead.
Somebody asked about upgrading the trigger. You can run an upgraded trigger as long as it's still, the let off on it's not too hard. Those rifles come with a hard combat trigger, so if you drop it or throw it down, it doesn't discharge. When you go with a precision rifle trigger, you're going to give up some of your, the ones I've tried, you're going to, with a light let off, you're going to give up some of your pull unless it's a premium trigger. You don't want it where if you drop it, it goes off. That's why they put heavy triggers in military rifles.
I've never heard of that explanation before. That's actually makes some sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Well, it's hard to target shoot with a military trigger because they're just really not they're a production item. They're not a precision item. They are precision, but they're not a super finished part. Yeah. So you have to either improve them or polish them, whatever, without taking them to the crucial point to where they start to get too light or they're dangerous.
Yeah, I think about it, the big part is just not having grittiness. You know, you just want it to be, you know, you got to pull hard on it. You want it to be smooth, not jerk, 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 jerk.
Exactly.
So I think if you're gonna build any lower, you got the trigger parts laying there in front of you. Just take a Dremel, a little tiny round polishing wheel, and a little polishing compound, and just lightly dress the mating part. You know, the parts are joined together, and it makes a big difference.
If you're polishing it, if it's making a spark, you're taking off metal. If it's not making a spark, you're polishing.
I'll tell you what, that makes me rethink what type of trigger I want to have in my AR once I build it.
I don't know. I just think that makes a big, just like just a regular metal polish that you use for polishing your silverware and shit like that. It's just gentle polish. You know, you're not getting aggressive with it at all. Just
hey, I tell you,
use 1,000 grit or 1,200 grit sandpaper too, but it's going to take you a while.
Tony, one of your alternatives on that red dot is just move your red dot up and get you a 3 or a 5 magnifier, flip up magnifier. I think you can pick one up for about $80-90.
No, I'm good with what I got on this on my personal built rifle, but this other rifle I want to put some type of like hunting scope on it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
okay, yeah. Reach out there.
I want something tough. Like what does the military use? Like what? You know what I mean?
You gotta get yourself a Mueller speed shot scope, brother. It's good for 20 yards all the way to 500 yards. It's the best $225 you'll ever invest in your life. I'm telling you, dude.
But what's it like about getting banged around and shit?
You can bang it around. I bang that motherfucker. Trust me, dude. I'll put a link in, a video of it. Thank you. Telling you, dude. I've already recommended that. That's the one I told him to buy. I recommended 6 people to buy that scope, Tone, and everyone's told me that's the best $220 they ever. I mean, I got aim points, EOTechs. I don't even use them anymore. Shit, I can't even find my fucking EOTech. It's around here somewhere, but I don't even think about it when I'm using. You got a black dot. You don't even have to turn the fucker on, and when you turn it on, there's no glare on the light. It looks like a red piece of tape that's stuck on your glass, and the glass is like fucking phenomenal, dude.
So it's
watch that video.
It's battery powered.
Yeah, dude.
I kind of don't want.
It's fucking 2 years. I've had it on for 2 years, and the bitch ain't dead.
Yeah, but you said you could use it even without turning it on, though, right?
You don't need it. Yeah, you don't need to turn it on. You got a black dot no matter what. No matter what, you got a black dot to it. I don't even use the fucking light. I don't even turn the bitch on because that black dot's good enough for me. But at night, when it gets dark, you want that bitch on there. You definitely want to light it up. And when you do light it up, Tone, that bitch is nasty, dude. Just the glass on it is fucking superb, man. I've knocked that bitch. I mean, stay zero. I've knocked it around. I don't know how many times the bitch fall. I mean, fell. It's durable. I wouldn't recommend it to you, brother, if it was a piece. What I like about it is I can use it for 5 yards to fucking 500 yards, man. You know?
What? Have you heard of a Schmidt and Bender? Schmidt Bender?
What?
Have you heard of a Schmidt Bender?
Sounds like
I don't know what
of
you're talking about, man.
Dude, it's like a $4,000. It's like a $4,000 scope.
Yeah, those are breaking sky high, man. That's 4 times what your rifle costs.
No, I never heard of it. What's up, Brother Lewis?
Just trying to add to the fire a little bit.
My dumbass fucking put 3 stacks in my AR.
Oh yeah, Bushnell.
But I think most of you military rifles, your ACOGs are fixed 4 power until you step up in caliber, and then they go to the 6 power. And then I think the military snipers, they use a variable, but the old ones were a fixed 10 power.
I don't want to do an ACOG. I would love an ACOG, but I don't want to spend. If I get an ACOG, it's gonna be a Trigicon, and I'm not gonna spend that much money on a Trigicon.
They're way high, yeah.
Yeah. What about these Steiner?
What about a Mueller speed shot scope for 204? What is it? How much does it cost now, Slim?
Did you check the price? My link on real quick. Amazon $190. That's not $190.
Motherfucker! I paid $240 for that bitch.
This is Amazon, dude. That's sweet.
$200, yo. That'll be your best $200 you've ever spent. Trust me. Call me every time you shoot the fucker and be like, yo, G. Thanks, big brother.
There's some good scopes out there. I mean, you could probably pick up a used scope. You just need to check it, make sure the crosshairs ain't real ganked in them, and make sure they're square to the bore, to the tubes on it, and then take your caps off and look at the adjustment screws and see if somebody wore the freaking screws out on adjusted in and out. If the screws
Right.
ain't boogered up or mashed up and the crosshairs look good, about the only thing they could do is unscrew it and let the nitrogen out of it. But they'll
That's a
let it
good thing.
let it get dry and screw it back together. There, seal it up, put you some beeswax or something in the threads, and screw it back together and go to the range.
My thing is, I just want some shit that is gonna be like the last scope I'm gonna buy that I can bang around.
There
And,
you go. There you go.
you know,
I got one for you too. One option.
I'm telling real quick before Nugs gives you that option, dude. Fucking motherfucker, I forgot what I was going to say. Go ahead, Nugs.
Sure, G? You sure? You got it? You want me to wait a minute? All
It
right.
was about that fucking scope. Fucking motherfucker. Go ahead, Nugs.
All right. Well, Vortex came out recently with this line of Viper PST rifle scopes. They're a 1:4 by 24 millimeter lens objective. Here, I'll give you a link. I think they range from about 350, 400-ish, all the way up to like 600. But depending on what options you get on the scope, the thing about these scopes is from what I've been hearing around around YouTube and different places, people that actually shoot long range professionally, is that these scopes for $500, you know, are equivalent to a $3,000 scope in terms of features. Just the amount of features these Viper PST rifle scopes have is pretty.
Yeah, I
sweet.
heard of that. Yeah, I heard about them. And Burris is good too. And that Mueller Speed Shot has those screws where you can set it the way you want, screw the cap, and you won't have to fuck with it. Nobody fucking with it, getting out of whack.
Yeah, and it's designed for it's designed for speed shooting for sure.
That's how that Mueller Speed Shot scope is the same scope as that's Nugs is telling you about. And a lot of 3-gun competitors use these scopes. That's what all the competitors use now, are these speed shot scopes.
The nice thing about them is they don't have an eye relief, so you can just raise. As soon as you raise it up there, it's like a red dot. You know, you can get on target.
Mm-hmm. I've never thought about, replacing it, buying another one, buying a more expensive one. Like I said, the only other one I would buy is Burris. I think Burris has one. It's like an A32 is good, and I think the AR 332 or whatever, and the AR 532 or 552, whatever it is, but that's the newer one. Those two are good scopes too.
10 round. Why are you calling?
10 rounds mad, yeah. He's been calling me all night. I'm trying to get him in.
Can he not
Can't get him. I gave him mad links, but it takes him to an empty room. I don't know how everyone is on here. They use the same link. Everyone's in, and it takes him to an empty room.
Was he on his phone?
Yep.
No, tell him to get on his desktop or laptop or whatever. Yeah, I bought myself a real expensive red dot at Wally World here the other day. That's $15.
That's got to be tactical because it says so.
Yeah, CP tactical is $15. I also have a 3M MOA dot, variable brightness with the, so I don't know. Might work on the pistol.
A 3 to 9 variable power scope on a carbine length AR will be good for the barrel length and the caliber. Because people put 3x9s on 270s and on up 243s and 308s. 3x9's a good round number there. You can pull it in or you can go out with it.
Yeah, that's another thing too, is trying to adjust the magnification that you need for your shot. The sucker's too close, then it's just all shaky, and if too far away, you can't see your target.
That's something I ran into with a smaller objective lens. You start losing that field of view, so if you can a lot of times I think if you can bring your power back, naturally if you bring your focus back, your power back, you gain back your zoom off, you gain field of view. So with a fixed 10 power, if you see something, you're going to have to look for it. I mean, when you bring it up, unless your rifle's on a rest, you're gonna have to find it. So
That's yeah, I think that's part of muscle eye memory too. Just like aligning your sights where you're not really looking at your gun, but it just goes right to the proper place
yes,
because you're looking at your target.
yes, sir.
I think I went through about 15 different scopes before I bought that speed shot scope. At least I went through all of them, man. I've been through
That's
so many
crazy.
fucking scopes. Oh yeah, at least 15. At least.
Yeah, I've had a couple of Bushnells and a couple of Nikons. I think one Leopold's, and that's pretty much it. 15 though, dude.
At least. I sent Tony at least 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
I sent Tony 2 or 3. I sent Stinger 1. I sent a couple of other people a couple more. I got my Mueller. I got my EOTech. What is it? The EOTech 512 or whatever, the older one. I still got that. I got an aim point.
Which aim point?
The old aim point that looked like the
You got the Patrol.
Vort. Yeah.
What you want for that?
I don't know. I don't even know if it's the Patrol. It's the one that looks like the Vortex. I don't know. I think Tony's got one too. I think it's just like Tony's.
Yeah, I'd really like to get a T1, man, but fuck, $700-800 is a lot of guap for a fucking red dot.
I got a Vortex Sparks.
Yeah, it's really pretty trippy as the red dots get to that next generation where they're almost like the IR kind of scopes where they can kind of adjust what you see in the background to highlight what might be potential targets and that kind of shit.
That's why I like that Mueller's scope, man. It's good with short range, mid range, long range. Just adjust it. You can adjust the power. It's a 4-power scope.
Two things I need to pick up: one of those Muellers and one of those Black Spider optics.
I don't know nothing about them.
Tac Daddy says really good stuff about it, and
Yeah.
I've watched a lot of videos and stuff like that, and I trust him. So.
Oh yeah. If Tac tells you it's good, it's good.
Yeah.
What's Georgia Optics? Is that what it is? Georgia Optics?
No, I think it's a company off of Spike's Tactical.
Mm.
They made a limited amount of them apparently, so if I get one, I need to get one soon. They're cheap too. They're like $100-something, $160 or something like that. You could just watch people beat the crap out of them, and they hold to 0. They're pretty good.
Man, getting another rifle's like having another child in a way. You have to get mags for it. You have to get some kind of scope for it. You have to carry it with you now because it's. I mean, it's like taking on another. Then you have to get the extra ammo for it. So you're feeding another hungry mouth. So yeah, it's like taking on another youngster there. But hey, they're fun.
I just believe I can't do an AR, do up an AR and leave my other rifle just sitting there bare bones. If you're gonna hook one up, you gotta hook the other one up, you know?
Hey, do what you can do, what you can do, what you can do, though.
Anything new in this China explosion story?
Oh shit.
All I've heard is that now there was one in India. Isn't that where it was?
I heard that Hillary Clinton did it.
She farted on it.
Or I'm sorry, it was in Taiwan. I'm tripping. It was in Taiwan, wasn't it? There was another explosion over there.
Well, then they said it's like 20 tons of TNT, and then I'm thinking about ammonium nitrate fertilizer. I don't know what the ratio is between it and and TNT, but 20 tons is just a semi-load. So it's not very much material, but it can make a hell of a mess. So I guess if it all goes off at one time. So
Let me
they
ask
said
you
so
a
like
question.
the firefighters responded to the initial fire, and of course they weren't trained on what materials were stored there and how to fight the fire, and they put water on other shit that didn't like to mix with water and had another explosion. So I could see that happening.
Let me ask you all a question about this bitch. When Hillary comes in, because we all know she's going to be there, do y'all think she's going to do worse than Bama Boy? Or do you think she's going to do the same? Or do y'all think she's going to do better?
I think she's going to be worse.
Worse?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the only person that's going to answer?
Yeah, I guess so.
Or is everyone going to answer?
I was
I
going to
guess
say
so.
the executive, of course, is just the puppet, so it depends on whoever the string pullers are, what
Well,
they want to get done.
the Clinton regime might be finally sinking. That ship might be finally sinking. All the shit that's coming out now, that's a big death blow. That's a big death blow to their fucking monarchy.
Well,
They're caught red-handed in so many crimes now, and felonies too, as well. Besides perjury and lying under the fucking oath and shit, you know, she's in a lot of hot water. Her little
Yeah,
What are you
protest.
saying?
Go ahead.
long trail
Oh.
of dead bodies all the way back from when they was governor, you know.
Well, that's just the thing. If anybody checked out InfoWars today, they had Larry Grathwell on there, and you know, the guy that threw the Clintons under the bus in the '90s for all the bullshit they were doing, all the crimes, and he was pointing out that that the Clinton ship is definitely sinking.
Move over Clinton. Come on, Trump.
Dude, I'm telling you, Quasar's opinion, I don't see Obama going nowhere. I know that sounds crazy,
Lord.
but man, that motherfucker could pull a third term really easy. 2 other presidents have done it in history. It's not conspiracy, you know.
Yeah, but
With the right crisis, he might try it.
wasn't constitutionally prohibited though before.
Well, what the fuck does that stop him? You know what
I know, but if a declared emergency, there'll be an emergency declared, and then we're suspending the Constitution.
Well, it's already suspended. We know, guys. We know that. You know that, James. I know you know that. So, we're just under the illusion that it's still active. It's been suspended since fucking 1933 when we were pledged as debt.
Hey, check this out. I got a video I want to share right here. I don't know if you guys saw this video, but I just want to share this video with you. You guys see this video yet?
No. No, I didn't see it. What is this?
It's in Oakland, so keep in mind, nobody's armed.
Who is this? The Black Panthers?
Oakland, yeah, in Oakland.
Okay.
Hey, J-Watt, this Black Panther guy gave himself like staff sergeant rank.
Wow.
Let me see it again, and I'll tell you exactly what it was.
It might be sergeant. I have to look again.
Those are just sergeant stripes.
No, but look at his collar. I was looking at his collar. Look at his collar.
That would be sergeant first class.
Well, there you go.
In the Army, that would be sergeant first class. And
Well, he's got E5 on his sleeve and E7 on his collar.
That's what I'm saying. I thought I saw a staff sergeant on his neck. Now that I just stopped it, yeah.
there's 2 rockers on the.
Well, that's Just gunny, right?
Just sergeant first class.
In
In
the
the
Marine?
Marines, it would be gunnery sergeant, but it would have to have 2 crossed rifles.
Yeah, I don't know shit about Army and Air Force. I only know Marine and Navy.
Well, he's a buck sergeant on his jacket, but he's a first sergeant on his, or sergeant first class on his collar. So maybe he's.
Yeah, yeah, I don't fucking know. I was just pointing out the fact that he gave himself some fucking rank there, and he's all jacked up, unarmed. Yeah, he's all jacked up, shitbag.
Only good pig is the pig that's dead. Only good pig is the pig that's dead. A pig is a pig, that's what I say. A pig is a pig, that's what I say. Only good pig is a pig that's dead. Only good pig is a pig that's dead. Fuck the pigs, everybody fuck with them. 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 Daddy, the pigs is running real here.
Oh, that's Master Sergeant. He has Master Sergeant on his freaking collar. That's not Sergeant First Class. There's 3 rockers.
Everybody fuck with them. Fuck the pigs, everybody fuck with them. Fuck the pigs, everybody fuck with them. Fuck the pigs, everybody.
The cops are probably sitting there saying, "This motherfucker ain't even got his rank right. His rank's all fucked up." That's what I'd be saying. I'd be like, "These names, okay, fine, but your rank is all fucked up. You looking like a shitbag there, motherfucker."
Scared of the bitch, you wait a real here. Scared of the bitch, you wait a real here. Scared of the bitch, you wait a real here. Scared of the bitch, you wait a real here. Oi, oi, bang, bang. 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 Oi, oi, bang, bang.
Yeah, I can see that going into a rap mix of some kind.
Can you believe these fools can get away with that shit though? Like, can you imagine if that was us? Like us patriots being provocative like that? Like we have to fucking walk on eggshells, you know? But these motherfuckers, look at that motherfucker. He's out there. They got chest rigs on with nothing in them. They got Twinkies.
California.
And they got Twinkies and now-and-laters and shit in their fucking. Hey, it's cool. I got Drew right here with me. He's from California. That's his people, so I don't know nothing about that.
I'm not even
That's from Northern California. Yeah, Oakland, man. I don't know. We're talking about the militant fools the other day. It's easy to make certain people militant like that. I guess everybody's got their own thing, though.
Raising some heat in Oaktown.
I came
What
across
about
that.
Story
I'm
about
not-
Oath Keepers.
I'm not afraid of the Black Panthers though. I notice a lot of people are like, they're like, oh, it's really. I'm like, they're not. I don't know. They're just like they're not scary. I mean, they're not organized. They're not nothing. They're just mad motherfuckers out there with fucking chest rigs with nothing in them and fucked up ass rank. You know.
So are you saying
like
they're comical?
Well, no, I'm just saying they're like the North Koreans. They're just up there like fucking. You know?
They're with their push rockets, push pedal rockets.
Hey, today I'm feeling like a gunny. You know, wake up. You know.
He's a top Master Sergeant. That's top.
Hey, who knows? He might have some fucking some sailor rank on tomorrow. You know, he might have some chevrons on, some fucking, he might be a petty officer tomorrow. Hopefully, come out in the fucking dress blues or the dress whites.
Well, that's what they do. That's what they do in third world countries anyway. They award themselves a medal because I felt like it. I think I deserve a medal for bravery.
Yeah, that's funny. The North Korean dudes, you see, they're decked out. They got fucking medals and
Yeah, it's sad. They probably got zero support element too. You know.
I just think that all people complain and they say like they try to make it a race thing, like oh like the white people are organized or the white people are able to do this and able to do that, and I would just say for the most part a lot of these groups, and it's not just white people in these groups. That's what they have you believe, but these people are highly organized in these groups that people, talk shit about. It's not like the Black Panthers. Ain't none of us fucking out there cops like that, sitting out there saying, doing oink oink bang bang. I mean, it's just that's over to the top. That's just taking it over the top. G. I mean, you can't do that kind of stuff.
Oh, my bad. Just hit play by accident.
You just can't.
What's with the story about?
What are we doing? We haven't done shout-outs, T. You got it open?
Nah, I'll check it out, though, right now. You can't do that, though. You gotta...
We gotta do what Tony does. I hear you. Not drop out, though. Oh, yeah, Tony Tone going party time. Says, yo, G, turn that shit down. We'll get kicked off. I don't give a fuck. The fuck do I care about?
Anything to the story about the Oath Keepers passing out guns in Ferguson?
What?
Well, something popped up across the G Plus a couple of times about some story about they were saying the Oath Keepers are just handing out firearms to people in Ferguson. Yeah. And it didn't explain any details. Yeah.
50 people.
No shit. 50 people?
Yeah, I heard, or I read an article or several articles that said the Oath Keepers were going to arm 50 people so they could defend themselves against the police, or something along those lines. Let me see if I can find that.
Well, specifically, they're gonna arm 50 Black Americans to take down there with them that are fellow sympathetic, like-minded people to the cause.
I'm curious to see how that works out.
Well, it said the press can spin that negatively, like, oh, they're just handing out firearms to anybody.
Well, I mean, they already have them, yeah.
I got booted, man. What's up with that?
Let me do these shout-outs real quick. I don't know you. You probably didn't like Hendrix, yo. You trying to give me shit for Jimmy, yo. That's what you get. Tactical Tony 70T was here, and then he came back again, hating on Jimmy. It's all good. That's why he got booted for it.
I was talking about...
Jay Watterson, Jay Watterson 69 is in the hizzy. LBCK 2012. Huh. Welcome. Quasar is here. Mark Herndon. G Mangos is here. Influence Freedom 2. Mr. Tommy Boy, what's the deal, buddy? Shill Slayer. Tony, guns are not toys. Stop playing. Damn. Stop playing, Tony. KK's in the house. M&P, what's going on, buddy? You got a link many times. You know how to get in here.
You'll never master your sword if you don't handle it. Sorry, G.
No problem. Sparks, what's going on? That's right. Linda Cloud, good evening.
Right.
T.S. Wood. I think that's it. Wilder, what's going on, brother? Gimp Geek. Haven't seen Wilder in a long time. I hope you're doing good, buddy. Atomic Bulls. Weapons Machinist. Surprised JQ's not out there. And that's it. Oh, and Stewart, Design 101. Yes, sir. Gotta play Jimmy. And my boy P NASCARs. What's up, brother? Good to see you. As always. Now I guess we're gonna go hit up some current events.
Yeah, so what I was saying is you can't do that. You can't be provocative in the police's face like
Right.
that. You know
That's
what I
true.
mean?
Yes, sir.
Because, I mean, not only does it fuck up your cause as far as like with the police or whatever, and you create confrontation, but like nobody's gonna back you. Like you're not gonna have a whole bunch of white people saying, "Right on, Black Panthers, we love that, oink oink bang bang, we love that, that's awesome." You know, keep it up. What?
Right. Yeah, I hear you. That's why people say, "Yo, G, what are you doing?" I'm dodging bullets out this motherfucker. Dodging bullets. And I told you, man, they look for an excuse. Any type of excuse, these motherfuckers, you give them excuse, dude, they will shoot your ass in a second.
Stay.
That's what they want. That's what they want. You give them what they want, dude, and they got an excuse.
That's so funny.
They
Gag
probably do
product.
something.
What? What's funny?
Got a little glass case with a donut in it as a in case of police emergency, right? Glass, you know. You have a donut to give the cop.
Imagine having that in your car.
Damn, Lone Wolf is out there writing a book on Tony. He said, "How did Tony pay off his fines?" It's called paying them like a fucking car note, buddy. Gotta make them payments. Lone Wolf wants to know how you paid off all your fines. He's writing a book on it.
Didn't pay out my fucking fines.
Told you, man. Tony's got these motherfuckers on him, boy. They be watching him like a hawk. He got.
Keeping track of my finances. That's why if anything
Damn, yeah.
we gotta make sure there's a disclaimer. You know, hey, you know, this is inheritance, okay, from my father. Alright, so
Sparks said Missouri state law states long guns are legal. Open carry. The police chief told Oath Keepers they couldn't carry their long guns.
Yeah, but
Mark Herndon said he saw the video where the police chief tried to intimidate him.
I saw that video.
Sparks, brother Sparks, he knows. Sparks knows what he's talking about.
I saw that same video, and I also saw another video where they backed off of that. The chief had to back up and say, "Oh, well, you guys can carry."
Yeah, wasn't he saying all that, like, I'll arrest you guys, and they said, oh, that's illegal because, you know, blah, 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 law, and they stated the law. And they said, well, that's what lawyers are for, or something like that, right?
It was something like that, and then he ended up coming out later on, and
Put the video in the internal, JY. What's up, JQ? There you are, brother.
Let me see if I can find it.
I knew you'd be here sometime. I was like, damn, where's JQ at? Talking about these Oath Keepers. I wish the Oath Keepers were there in the first round. Anyone that comes out, they were good. Anyone that comes out and protects the people and protects the business and makes sure the fucking Constitution is fucking upheld and fucking, which it's not. These cops don't give a fuck. They don't care. You believe in the Constitution, you follow the Constitution, you know your Constitution, you know your rights, they laugh at you. They say, oh, you're one of those. And that's what the cops say. You're one of those Constitutionists, you're one of those. One of those what? Well, what do you mean one of those? Just like in the state of Washington, or the state of Washington had those unmarked police cars. And the guy went to one of the precincts, and the cops wouldn't even talk to him. They were pushing him out the building. And these motherfuckers are not allowed to drive unmarked cars. That's illegal. Illegal. The police. You cannot drive in an unmarked car. Illegal in the state of Washington. Constitutional MMP. Constitution, baby.
Speaking of M&P, that's just what he
Get your
says.
ass in here, MMP. Get in here, MMP.
That's what he's pointing out too. M&P says when they have discretion, officer discretion, known as a feeling of I felt threatened, bull fucking shit, and never ever question whether or not you felt threatened. He's right.
Yeah, he's right.
How do you know the difference when say you're a homeowner and a cop decides he don't like the look of you? Hey, get out of that yard. What? No, you told me no. All he has to do is walk up and call 10-4, good buddy, and 5 officers are beating the shit out of you saying stop, resist. Oh, that's all. They can do anything they want, and that's what part of the problem is, because even all the way down to the street officer, all the way up to the president, no one's being held accountable to the law of the land except the middle class, hardworking fucking people who are getting ass fucked daily.
Exactly.
By the system.
Exactly. By the fucking machine. I know, Brant. You're good, brother. Don't worry about it. It's all good, B. I'll send you a link to the after chat.
I'm about to pop a blood vessel on this bitch.
You're absolutely right, Nugs. You can't beat the motherfucking machine. The machine is there to fucking warp our ass. You can't get ahead. You can't get a fucking ahead. They don't want you to get ahead. You don't own shit. You don't own a goddamn thing. The banks own your ass, dude. They own your ass. The IRS owns your fucking ass. They make motherfuckers have heart attacks. Heart attacks. Not this cat. Not me. No, sir. I was paying $37,000 quarterly when I was on fucking 1099s. I was paying almost 30 stacks for every 3 months. Shit. I got off of that shit real quick. You ain't getting my ass. No, sir.
Guess who's in here? Sorry to cut you off. A4.
Don't ever cut me off again, boy. I'll fucking hang your ass. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and check the internal. And, yeah, A4 is in here. I don't know if you guys know him, but he's a huge...
Who's A4?
He's a huge troll. He makes videos calling people fake all the time.
Oh, yo, we don't... I'm going to say this one more time, and I'm not going to say it again. What I tell you about trolls.
Yeah, I understand it. He's just, he's
all right, end the conversation. Next. Like we were saying, stick on topic. Thank you, Jimmy.
PSYOP, we're just talking about all these false flags and everything, and then it went into the flat Earth bullshit. Now I'm just getting this feeling that there's just promotion that everything is fake.
You know what, Sarah?
Well, I guess we just live in this matrix,
Go ahead, James. James, repeat that.
Well, and it started off with with all these false flag thingies, and everybody's calling them false flags. It's the same thing with 9/11, and everybody's like, well, everything. And then it's evolved into the flat Earth discussion, and then it's like now everything is fake. The moon landing is fake. This is fake. That is fake.
Well, I got a little theory that all this is, it's being directed at us from top level sources. This is just like the. Eric Holder coming out and say we need to radically change the way people believe, or think about firearms, even brainwashing them. They're doing the same shit with these conspiracies and conspiracy theory. That's the same type of shit to brainwash you into thinking, the average people, the sheeple, into not paying attention to things that fucking matter because some lady with big tits or some guy with a comb over told you that that's not true. That's a conspiracy.
It's creating this cloud of confusion. It's just getting everybody distracted so they don't actually see what the real threat is.
Just like the race war. In my opinion, the race shit is for basically sheeple. It's for not unintelligent, but people that are of lower IQ that are easily distracted with shit like that doesn't matter. We need to think about the bigger picture. The bigger picture, how we're being looted, and the evidence is all around us. This country's being liquidated. And nobody seems to fucking care. Nobody seems to notice, like Carlin said. It's at this point, that's why I'm just, ready to stop even researching this political shit anymore. Because at this point, what's it matter? You need to know how to fucking survive. period. Whether that's without electricity, whether that's because of a tornado, an earthquake, you know, a 6'4" fucking Godzilla coming down the fucking turnpike because Fukushima is irradiating the fucking Pacific. I don't know. We're fucked.
Yeah, but yeah, you guys, yeah, surviving. But the other thing I was thinking about too is how people want to kind of make fun of people from different places. You know, I mean, those hillbillies living up there in the hills, but they're the masters of their environment and they're surviving. So even though they do it differently, they're you know, you got to be the master of quote your environment. You know?
Which is what they're doing to us, dude, and they have been trying to for a long time.
Shut up.
You know, that's why they master the human domain. You know, full spectrum dominance. You know, that's why you hear these terms coming out of these think tanks. You know, the new American project for a new American century. You know, the evidence is out there, people. Building 7 didn't fall on its own. Building 7 wasn't struck by anything. But yet, we use that to justify the death of 1 million fucking Iraqis, and then probably about 2.5, 3 million after the war. You know, just from the fucking depleted uranium, the ISIS going through there. You know, we really don't have official numbers. The whole Middle East is fucked because of us. Blowback, collateral damage, acceptable collateral damage.
Yep, depopulation, Agenda 21, and the resources will be available for the corporate people.
What's wrong with you? Shut up!
No.
Three Stooges, that was great. That was a controversy too back in the early '60s when they used to show that shit on television, like whether or not you should let your kids watch it. You know, it's harmful. You know.
I got 2 favorites. When they go in the basement and they build the plumbing system to nowhere, and then the one where the parrot's walking around in the skull, you know, in the haunted house.
Oh, like they had the exterminator one where these people were having this fancy house party and they're letting all these bugs loose and mice and shit.
I actually have every episode, and some of them are actually been remastered in color on my hard drive. Thank God for torrent files. Oops, did I say that? Fuck you, CISPA.
Well, that's another thing that's curious. I don't know, is the Windows 10 going to use peer-to-peer file sharing methods to distribute their upgrades? So
anybody that downloaded Windows 10, I feel sorry for you because you just lost your privacy on your PC. You no longer have a private PC. You just gave up all rights on your PC. Your hard drive is no longer yours. All the information on it is now up for grabs to Windows and all third parties they want to sell it to, including the government. So have fun with that.
If they want to use your computer to share their data to other users, which, you know, peer-to-peer, I mean, from an efficiency viewpoint, that sounds good. But when your service provider is bitching at you because you're exceeding your bandwidth cap.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even mention that. That's another aspect of it.
It's a whole new thing. I couldn't believe it. I saw this thing pop up the other day, and you know, your home page is blocked, and it says you're using up too much bandwidth under their new CenturyLink policy. Well, we only got 1 kid in the house, and sometimes 2 playing Xboxes, and how the fuck do you use it all up, you know?
You got CenturyLink out there?
That's the only one that's available for me right now.
Dude, CenturyLink sucks. We got them out here, and I don't use them. They're assholes. They're pieces of well, I don't know if they're assholes, but their service sucks. The people I'm with is assholes.
Yeah, I know. We're unfortunately too. It's like you're talking about the last mile. How they got fucking fiber, fucking, you know, like maybe I don't know what, 2,000 feet away from my house, big ass fucking trunk line fiber. But of course, I can't have any of it. You know? We got to use these old copper wires, and even when there's phone troubles, the technicians are saying, "Oh, we can't find any good copper pairs to fucking make your telephone work." You know, well, fucking lay in some new lines, dudes. No, we can't do that. You only got 10 customers in your neighborhood. That's not enough. Well, expand, you know, Wi-Fi services, which is one way to get more people connected, except for it's just more radiation that we're getting exposed to.
Talk about fucking, I don't know, serendipity or coincidence, and you might have just heard my phone ding. But this chick I talked to in Saskatchewan, just texted me out of the blue. I ain't talked to her in 2 months, and asked me if she should download Windows 10. Not 2 seconds after I just said that.
Don't push that button.
She's stalking you, dude.
Yeah, they had all those fears too when the Xbox One came out about it with the Kinect system, so it's watching you. Yeah.
I trolled
Because I wouldn't
the
be
chat
surprised if it
last
was
night. I trolled the chat last night. I got banned, and I just came in under my other 2 accounts. Fuck it. Hey, look at my logo. My logo looks like the old Nintendo.
Mhm.
Or is that me just seeing it that way?
No, it shows up that way on the live stream.
I got the old Nintendo look on there. That's pretty cool.
Your resolution has been decreased.
Fucking butthole surfers. That was their favorite band. That's why they kicked me out. Wham, wham, wham. All I know is that this fucking I don't know how anybody feel. I know love him, hate him, whatever feels about Trump. His amnesty plan. I mean, at the least he got people talking about that. To me, that's the kind of plan I can live with. That I want to do. That I like. Send all these motherfuckers back. Think about if you sent all these motherfuckers back who are here illegally. You would instantly open up so many jobs. I don't know if you get everybody off unemployment, but you sure as hell would. You would open up a lot of jobs.
What if Trump said, I'm going to fix all the problems, but you've got to give me all your assault rifles and all your high-capacity magazines?
Well, then we're going to war. He has to be. He has to be for the whole Constitution, not part of it. You know what I mean?
That's right.
You can't fucking pick and choose which ones. He has to be for, even if he disagrees of guns and he doesn't feel a certain way.
I'm sorry, but you guys trust a guy that's given money every year, every presidential election to both parties? He plays both sides. You know, he's your typical crony capitalist monopoly man who's been jury-rigging the system with his fucking fat pockets, man.
Don't you think that could be a good thing, and even validates his point even more? Like, he's basically known how to work the system, and he says it. He's been working the system. He's given money to both parties because he's wanted to get what the fuck he's wanted to get. Now, you know, I'm just saying, for him he's blowing away everybody else. The only person that's even close is Ben Carson, and Ben Carson is still a ways back. You know, he's saying he's either one of 2 things, and we're going to war, right? We're going to war. Right now we're going to war. And he's saying one of 2 things, or he's going to do one of 2 things. He's either going to fucking do what he says and stand up and make America great again, or he's just going to be another lying-ass motherfucker, and we'll find out. It probably won't take that long to figure out that he's a lying-ass motherfucker, and then we got our fucking war face back on. I'm not taking my war face off, actually. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking my war face off until the forefathers visit me in a dream and tell me it's cool. It's time to chill out.
Right now is a very good time to be stingy with your trust.
Yeah. I mean, but as far as him, it is what it is. It's kind of like everybody's on the fence because everybody's either wants to fucking. Nobody wants to do shit. It's not time to go to war, but it's not time to vote no more. Like, that doesn't make no fucking sense. That's like an oxymoron. If voting is done and voting is totally, there's no point in voting, and we're all to that point where everybody says all this bullshit, then why aren't we at the cartridge box? We're not, because everybody's a fucking bunch of fence riders. Everybody's sitting on the fucking fence, too afraid it don't feel froggy enough to jump either way. You know, we either fucking vote and fucking, I guess, wait to see what happens, or we go to war. How the fuck are we gonna sit in the middle and say, "Oh, we're not going to war. It's not that time," but voting, it's past voting. You know what I mean? We keep saying that. I mean, people keep saying that anyways. It's either one or the other.
In my view, we're at the point of nullification through non-compliance, and it's pretty much one of our only last options besides voting locally. I still believe in local elections all the way up to the state level, but when it gets into the big politics of things, the fucking federal government, the money and the power is too great. The foreign interest is too great. We'll never change that, dude, without fucking taking them to task. And the only way to cut them off is to stop sending them money and declare our 10th Amendment rights, and declare each state should, follow its own rules and its own laws that the citizens vote, just like into place, just like the Constitution says. Without doing that, that's all we got left is just non-compliance, like what's going on in New York with the magazine thing, or the assault weapon registration, which it turns out there was only 25 or 30,000 people out of 1.2 million in the state that actually registered, and it turns out 85% of them or 80% of them, whatever it is, were cops because they had to register. They were forced to. No, people are already fed up with it. Like in Connecticut, nobody fucking registered there either. Nobody registered their firearms. That law is still in place. They still haven't gone door to door. They basically overnight, through unconstitutional, unjust edict, with a flick of a pen, made an entire state felons who possess firearms. They're doing this all over the fucking. Our brothers in California know the same thing going on, man. It's a slow march to the Small Arms Treaty, just like with the war on drugs, man. Just like the war on drugs, when they passed the war on drugs, it took them 10 years to get it implemented in the U.S. It will not take them 10 years to get the Small Arms Treaty implemented here. You can see how fast they're moving. We're run by fucking foreign governments and foreign money changers. We don't know the people's names who run this place. Everybody points out Rockefellers and all this shit. Those are just front men. Those are money changers. The real people, we don't know their fucking names, and their wealth is classified. And their goal is extermination of fucking 6.5 billion people. Look at the actions. They could fix the planet single-handedly with less than 2% of all the money they've stolen in the last 10 years. But yet they ain't gonna do that. They'd rather fucking see us all live in misery. And I'm done with it, dude. Fuck them.
Well, then at that point, then we should be at the next step.
Yeah, it's non-compliance, brother. Until they start pushing hard enough to where we need to use that cartridge box.
Yeah, but I mean, at that point, aren't they? I mean, but at that point, aren't they like coming door to door, not in mass, but in the night, taking these people, in the night, taking those people. I mean...
Yeah, for sure, man. They're doing it slowly but surely. They're labeling guys like us. Oh, well, you fucking sold a bag of pot 20 years ago. You're going to jail. Or, you did this and that. You're going to jail. And, yeah, they're weeding us out for sure. That we have to be worried about that. That's why all guys like us need to be on our best behavior. For sure. Watch our backs. Like Saints says, watch your six. For sure, man. But as far as taking them to task right now, no, it's not quite time yet. All we got is non-compliance, and that's not a lot. That's not nothing, dude. That's everything. Because with non-compliance, we could end this shit without a fight. They can't force us if they're not willing to force us. You know what I'm saying? If they're not willing to commit down that road, they can't do shit. Just like in Egypt, when they fucking look, they brought out the military. They brought out fucking 10, 20,000 fucking soldiers and told those citizens, get out of the square. What happened? 20 fucking million motherfuckers showed up and marched on the square of Egypt and pushed that military out. Did it help them? Did it fix things? No, their state's still ruled by fucking, despots and foreign powers. But, they could. It shows the power of the people, though. Is that my point in putting that example there? If we massed up en masse, they couldn't do shit, and they'd be trembling in their boots. Will the American people do that? Probably not.
Compliance, you still got to vote. in that non-compliance, you still got. I mean, because you ain't moved on to the next step. You still got to vote because if anything, if you're gonna do non-compliance, then I mean, if you don't vote, then you really can't bitch at all. I mean, if you think it's totally fixed, then you should be onto the cartridge box. Non-compliance, if you think it's totally fixed and everything, you would know that non-compliance is going to get you nowhere. So you can't. So that must mean that you have a glimmer of hope that shit can be changed.
Non-compliance gets you everywhere, brother. Non-compliant, they don't know how to handle us if an entire city says we're not going to follow that law. They don't have the manpower to force the city to follow the law, dude.
Yeah, I was just gonna say something
Are you
about
talking
that.
about non-compliance and voting?
What I was gonna say is,
I'm talking
my
about them
county.
trying to force unconstitutional, unjust, unmoral edicts on us with a flick of a pen, and then trying to enforce those with the threat of gunpoint and jail time. That is tyranny. And non-compliance, other than the cartridge box, is the only thing we really have left, dude. Besides taking our government back through voting and peaceful means,
Okay, but non-compliance is still still peaceful. So that means with the non-compliance, you're still gonna vote.
Well, yeah, dude. When I talk about dude, it's just like the Constitution lays out, man. We don't comply to their fucking unconstitutional orders. Period. It tells us not to. Don't help.
Can I interject with a perfect example that just happened recently, where the LA City Council decided they were going to pass some type of edict where they were going to ban certain high-capacity magazines? How many people do you think are really going to get rid of those in LA County? I don't see
Probably
a
none.
whole lot doing it.
What was I gonna say? What I was gonna say though is, my county in New York basically just passed a law making the SAFE Act null and void. So our state trooper, our sheriffs and local law enforcement do not enforce it. So that's a perfect example of non-compliance because there's so much of it before. Now the county got pushed to get this law.
I'm saying that's cool, but you're still gonna be voting.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
like I was getting at, man, without us holding these fucking tyrants' feet to the fire and not complying to their unconstitutional rules, because that's our duty and our fucking right not to, then,
so that back to my original point then. So if not Trump, then who is the most attractive candidate? Because you're practicing non-compliance, but you still plan on voting. That's what I meant. If you're gonna do,
in my personal opinion, Tony, they all need to be fired, and we need to have a new elections all the way down to the state level, brother. I mean, just like the Constitution lays out, we need to have trials. But is that going to happen? No, the power to beat.
Fuck no, that's not gonna happen. So right now we got fucking a couple constitutionalists, excuse me, up there, and we got a bunch of clowns up there.
We got criminals. They're criminals. They're tyrants. They're psychopathic, fucking misbehaving despots.
I mean, think about it. Don't you think that Bernie Sanders? Why is his head still attached to his body?
Because he came out. What was it, 4 or 5 years ago when he came out? He was threatened. They tried to get him out of power. He came out in a press conference. People should look that up. Because if you don't know, Bernie Sanders was running a
self-admitted socialist, though. That is, dude. This is not. Fuck that. Why the fuck is he still even breathing? He's a fucking self-admitted socialist, so he's basically Obama, but probably, maybe a little tamer or whatever, but self-admitted, like not even trying to hide it. And that's just cool. That's not reason. That's not.
A little inside secret is, and you can hear this leaked out, and actors and musicians talk about this sometimes, but the dirty little secret is most of those people at that level are socialist or fascist in nature. They believe that shit, man. There's a reason why the Queen of England pictures just got released in the mainstream media, and all those quackbirds were fucking freaking out because the Queen of England was fucking hailing Hitler with all her little fucked up siblings with her Nazi father. Because if you don't know your history, which I know you do, but most people don't, the King of England had to advocate before World War II because the cocksucker came out. He was a fucking Nazi. at the height of them getting ready to fight Hitler. Just like us, just like IBM building the computers for the names they tattooed on the Jews' arms. How many of you got an IBM computer? The hypocrisy runs deep in our country.
I'm gonna do some shout outs real quick. My whole thing was it's like you can't be in the middle. I mean, you either gotta be still thinking that there's some hope to voting. You could do the non-compliance thing. I guess that's part of it.
You know what sucks,
Or
Tony?
you gotta be on the other side. You gotta be cartridge box. You gotta be ready to go. I mean, if you're just sitting on the fence saying, "Oh, well, voting's done, but it's not time to go." If you tell me voting is done, but it's not time to go, to me that's a fucking oxymoron. That don't make no sense. Voting is done, but it's not time to go. You know what I mean?
Well, what sucks, dude, is our side of this movement is trying to withhold and retain the moral high ground. We can't let that go. When we lose the moral high ground, we're fucked, dude, as a movement.
And I know, and
that means, but what I'm saying, brother, is we're gonna have to eat one in the face before the shit gets started. You know what I'm saying? As a movement, we're gonna fucking take a beating, dog. But when the smoke clears, they'll be stepping back, dude. They'll realize they just fucking they just woke something up that they shouldn't have woken up.
But meanwhile, the Black Panthers can be as provocative as they fucking want. They're
less than 12%, or actually, those guys are less than fucking 2% of the black population. So, I mean, in reality, if they really chose a war with just registered
numbers, I'm just saying the double standards, and especially if you follow like on Twitter or something where they just talk about
they let them get away with it.
Yeah, they're like, the white man is getting away. They're allowed to point guns at the feds, this, that, and the other. And it's like, that's the farthest thing from the fucking truth. But meanwhile, the Black Panthers, Farrakhan, all these motherfuckers,
right?
As they could say, let's start killing white people.
Shit, you've been down there in the middle of that shit. You know exactly what it's like to stand in front of fucking cops with firearms pointed at you when you have your own. You don't point a firearm at a cop like that. Shit, dude. Yeah. And that's what the problem is those idiots get an illegal gun and they want to walk around the street with an illegal gun, flashing it around and fucking intimidating people with it. Those are the people that shouldn't have guns, even though they might not be a fucking felon. It's because they're fucking stupid and they're not smart enough or moral enough or just enough to be trusted with that type of responsibility.
I'm gonna do some shout outs real quick, and then we're gonna stay on this topic because I wanted to throw out there. I guess Ferguson Oath Keepers wants to arm like 50 black protesters. I don't know the whole story, but we'll get into that in just a second. But Mark Herndon, what's up, bro? I ain't seen you in fucking long ass fucking time. A4, what's up? Joel's Quantum Heart Logic, Snow King, Mr. Tommy Boy 9, what's up, bro? Stewart Design 101, Atomic Bulls is out there, Mark Podemski's out there, Mr. Tommy Boy's been out there for a while. I'm just doing shout outs, so I haven't been looking at the comments, but seeing that now. T.S. Wood. Sparks was out there a lot. Shield Slayer, Mr. Lock and Load, I think he's still in the chat, and I think we're caught up. There's a story out there where they want to arm 50 black. I don't know, the way it came out, the story came out is. It's like 50 random ass motherfuckers, but I don't think that's what the Oath Keepers would do. I think they would just fucking go through their Missouri Oath Keeper chapters and say, hey, whoever's fucking black, show up to Ferguson and bring your rifle, or if you ain't, we'll provide you or whatever. I don't fucking know. Or hey, 30 or 50 ex law enforcement or military people in the area show up so we can we have firearms to pass out. I seen something else where people are a lot of talking shit. Oh, this is what Oath Keepers has to do to save face. No, this is the smart thing. We were talking about it. We were talking about it on the Dragon like a week. Dude, somebody fucking heard us. All right, we were talking about this on the Dragon. The smart thing would be to have black oath keepers out there doing that. You know what I mean? Not solely, but you know, at least 50-50. You know, that would be a good idea. But the way that whoever put the story out and try to spin it is they're going to hand out 50 rifles to 50 random protesters, like first come, first serve. And I hardly doubt the Oath Keepers. The Oath Keepers got their shit together, man. I love them or hate them or whatever. Locally, the guys are motivated, man, and they're good people. That's the first people that we met on the ground when we got to Bundy Ranch. They accepted us. They invited us, hey, you need this, you need that. You know, not once did I ever feel like Oath Keepers was some dickheads or anything. You know, there was the drama at the end of Bundy Ranch, but it's whatever. To me, it's all, I don't really give a fuck because I met enough Oath Keepers to know that.
Didn't a set of PBSs go missing? Night Vision?
Yeah. That was theirs, though.
Yeah.
You know,
well, they claim a rival militia stole it, but that's just bullshit. You know, who knows what happened? That's between them.
Yeah.
I
mean,
can't see the Oath
I know
Keepers
if I had
doing
some
anything
vision, my shit wouldn't have got stolen. All right, that's all I'm saying. If it was that important to me, if something's that important to me, it wouldn't have been stolen, right?
Right.
I mean, you wake up and your rifle's gone. I mean, it's not. It wasn't.
Or better yet,
there, but I'm just saying.
Better yet, you wake up and your upper's gone and your blower's laying right there on the ground. Because they can steal your. People don't realize that you can steal the upper, but you can't steal the lower.
Your lower is like it's on a brick.
With no buttstock.
Yeah, the Oath Keepers, a bunch of cops. The cops don't steal anything.
Firefighters do.
Shit. I've had cops steal from me directly several times. No, they don't steal nothing.
What do you guys think about giving up your personal gear to somebody like that?
I mean, if you're a group like the Oath Keepers, and I figure you might, I mean, you probably have a lot of shit donated to you. I'm just saying, when I went out to Bundy Ranch and I needed help getting out there, people fucking helped out. So I can only imagine how much the Oath Keepers in these kind of groups, in particular them, get, how much help they get. I mean, think about it. Just, between your military buddies, if you were short something, you know what I mean? Right. Then you probably get doubles. Like I got doubles of a whole bunch of shit. And I just passed a lot of it. I just paid a lot of it forward to people that didn't have shit out at the ranch. And that's what people told me to do, too. They personally emailed me. They said, Tony, if you get it, I sent you all this shit. If you got any of this already and it's doubles, don't worry about it. Don't send it back. Pay it forward. Give it to somebody out there who doesn't have whatever it is you got doubles of. You know what I mean? And I did that. That's what I did. I mean, I had like 3 chest rigs sent to me. I had a bunch of shit, man, and people that didn't have shit out there, I don't know anybody besides High Desert that had everything, who came totally prepared. Fucking High Desert was fucking prepared, let me tell you. He's got a good memory. I couldn't remember to bring that much shit. I need to make a checklist though, just so I know I could just check it off before I leave. But I mean, the community is tight, so those Oath Keepers, fucking through donations and all that kind of bullshit. They were probably, I'm sure they were mad about it. If it actually did get stolen or whatever happened, I bet they were probably mad about it. But it wasn't, I don't think it was somebody's personal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was a video that they put out about it, and from what I understand, it was just some of the Oath Keepers that showed up at Bundy's were entrusted with some, a set of PBS 14s or whatever, fucking pretty expensive fucking toys, and a set of them or two came up missing when it came time to leave, and they claimed a rival militia that had showed up did it, but you know, here it's neither here or there. You know, that's just he said.
Yeah,
she said.
one of them motherfuckers could have taken it for all I know. You know.
Right. Right.
I mean, that's the kind of shit that sucks and that's silly. You know, when it comes down to this whole like independent movement, it's not like the military, like somebody steals something or does something stupid like that. That's off the military, you know what I mean? That's off the taxpayer, but you got a group or whatever and that's your equipment. I would say that's kind of your bad at the same time, whatever happened. Or
yeah, whoever signed that shit out should be liable, no matter what happened.
Exactly. I mean, I think some shit's good about the military, the way they do shit, like the way they make you sign shit out. Like, you know, they will shut down the whole flight deck and everything, onshore or at sea, if one fucking tool's missing. You know what I mean? They got cutouts, our toolboxes, they all got cutouts, and every tool lays in that fucking black foam. And, you know, come shift change, all tools are accounted for. Everything has to be accounted for, and if something's fucking missing, bam, everything stops. Everything. You know? So if these motherfuckers are true military and I mean, maybe they're all cops. I guess cops don't fucking, you know, they're so used to stealing from people. Who knows?
Before they give them 50 rifles, I'm pretty sure those guys are smart. They got legal representation. They're not going to do anything to break the law. They're going to uphold the law because they beat that dead horse to death. And I'm sure before they release somebody AR-15, they're going to be vetted, background checked, probably be prior military, and have to have some kind of. That's what I would do.
Yeah, dude. All they got to do is. Fucking, they're gonna put out a call to all LEO and prior military, you know, or former military in the St. Louis city area or whatever. That's what they're gonna do for all the Oath Keeper chapters. All them chapters are gonna say, hey, I got 3 guys over here that are black and they want to do it. I mean, as petty and as stupid as this sounds, this is how we all still have to, when Nugs was saying take the moral high ground, like we still have to be playing politically correct and we still have to be fucking doing this dumb shit. You know what I mean? This is how we have to play. We can't be saying oink oink bang bang in the cop's face. You know what I mean? We can't fucking do that kind of shit. We have to fucking find 50 fucking black Oath Keepers so that these motherfuckers can run their fucking mouths and talk, you know what I mean? Imagine they get any of those black guys that were from Bundy Ranch, you know, out in that same area who are fucking well-versed in the Constitution front to back, and they get fucking Geraldo Rivera or some dipshit on there, some stupid fuck talking to a fucking a black man educated in the Constitution with a rifle on him. It's over. I mean, it's fucking over. Black people are going to be like, what the fuck? Their minds are going to be blown. They're going to be like, you know what I mean? Because there's this stereotype that you're a fucking sellout if you know anything. You know?
Why do you think, Tony, that they don't in the panel that nobody really knows, or a lot of people don't know about the militia hearings that the Senate and Congress held in the 90s? You know, they had militia guys from all over the country go and testify about why the militia movement was growing. And one of the main guys was a black man, a very intelligent black man who knew the Constitution very, very well. And you should go look those up, those hearings up. They're very interesting.
Well, I know there are at least 50 combat arm trained people in that area. You know, and what the media's got it pictured as a constitutionalist handing a weapon to a hood rat, and that's not what it's. You know, that's the wrong picture. There's paratroopers out there. Step up, Marines. You know, whether you 10 years, 20 years, 6 years, whatever you did, step up, take back your dadgum community.
Well, yeah, and you can see how the mainstream, that whoever is doing it, the Pentagon's media operation, they're putting out the full force against the Oath Keepers, because the Oath Keepers are coming off 3 victories now. The Oath Keepers got 3 major victories against the feds now. They got the Bundy Ranch, which Tony was a part of. They got the fucking they got the Sugar Pine Mine,
I would say that that's their victory, but I get what you're saying.
they're pretty fucking well documented victories at this point, man. They successfully defended private property and upheld the Constitution from tyrants. Whether those tyrants had good intentions or not, when they disobey the Constitution, their actions are null and void. They're acting illegal, whether they got a good heart or not.
I think the Oath Keepers are good guys, man.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Stuart Rhodes is a fucking jackass. I always have. I think he's a.
I kind of like Stuart personally. I just think that he's in over his head, is all.
I like what he created. You know what I'm saying? Because those guys don't know you from fucking Joe. You know what I mean? And I could just speak from when we got out there. Those are the first guys on the ground that we met up with. Like when we went out to the Bundy Ranch, those are the first guys that came. Well, when I went out there personally first, there was no Oath Keepers out there. It was just me and then the Bundys. And the Bundys welcomed me, and they were mad cool. And I've been talking to them ever since. But the second time when I showed up, when everything started going down, when I showed up with High Desert, the Oath Keepers were there. They came up to us and said, hey, they introduced themselves. I mean, they like went out of their way to welcome us and everything like that. And that's how they were the whole time. Every time we ran into those couple guys, it was they were from Oregon and Washington, I want to say. I'm almost positive, because I remember talking to Haas and telling him that there was Oath Keepers up there from Oregon. And I want to say that's where they're from. They were cool, man. I'm telling you, I just don't like Stuart Rhodes. And as far as if you're going to lose some fucking expensive-ass equipment like that, that's either some inside shit or you deserve to lose it. How you going to... Well, how much does that shit? Is that like $8,000 or something stupid?
Yeah.
Is that the one?
No, 14, probably $3,000 worth, 3,500.
Okay. I know they got that one for 8. That's a thermal, right? Which one's the one?
New 14's about 3, 25 to 35, depends on what it is, what kind of tube it's got in it.
And those are Gen 4s, right, Saints? Aren't those the Gen 4?
No, there's just Gen 3. I don't even know that there's Gen 4 been released yet. If
Not
it
to
is,
the public, right?
Well, if they've got Gen 4 now, it's they're not letting it out.
I'm pretty sure I've heard they're on Gen 6, 5 or 6, but I could be mistaken.
They've integrated it now with so much different stuff. You're looking at 4 or 5 different spectrums, and so they've changed the whole game on it.
Right. And all that shit's getting smaller and smaller, man.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, the Oath Keepers are definitely under attack here. You're gonna see the heat build on them here real quick. I wouldn't be surprised if they find a way to finally put a kink in their step.
Well, them motherfuckers better be squeaky clean. The guys at the top, at least. I mean, they put, to me, like, it's almost like with the Ferguson thing. The second time around, I definitely like gain more respect for them, but it's not some shit I would have did. I mean, I don't know. Like, that's how I thought at the beginning. Now I'm thinking about it, but.
Well, I saw what they did during the first Ferguson thing. They saved about a block and a half, if not 2 blocks of businesses and homes.
That's cool. That's cool. But the second time, they were basically uninvited.
Somewhat. I mean, they just offered to go down there and protect those reporters. But in reality, they're Missourians. The shit's going on in Missouri. You know, that was a Missouri Oath Keepers chapter. It wasn't just, you know, people from all over the state. So, I mean, you know, they just wanted to participate. But yeah, A4 mentioned an explosion in Thailand, and I mentioned that earlier. Yeah, there was a giant explosion in Thailand too. So we all better hope that ain't some fucking false flag bullshit, because if it's the case, there's a good chance World War III just started. So if China got they've been wanting to go into there for a long time. If they got justification to go into there.
Update on it? Did you read the update on it?
Well, they said the military's took it over now. They're flying circles around it with military helicopters, keeping anybody from flying in and taking any more pictures.
It says Thailand, Bangkok bomb was worst ever attack on Thailand, says Prime Minister. It killed 21 people, including foreigners, and scores were injured. It was 45 minutes ago. It was detonated at fucking 7 local time and whatever GMT.
See, we're reaching the end of the biggest fucking bank robbery and looting of a nation in the history of fucking this world, this planet. And we're reaching that end. And these bankers, these elite fucks that run this planet, are getting ready to come. They're coming to a point to where they're going to have to make a choice. What are they going to do with us? Is it World War III? You know, do we kill them off with disease and famine? You know, what's it going to be? And I think it might be war. You know, you can see how they got all their little chess pieces in place. They're provoking in the South Pacific with the China shit, and then China's provoking with the islands next to Taiwan and South Korea. And then you got the fucking Ukraine shit, which is fucking you got contractors, United States contractors who are
mostly
former military and police fighting Russian contractors, mercenaries, and open fucking warfare and a proxy war.
There you go, Ned.
It was sheer horror. There was no other way to describe what we saw as we reached the shrine minutes after the blast. This was a powerful and brutally well-placed bomb that tore into the crowd praying at this famous shrine. Paramedics arrived very quickly, but it was hard to know who to treat in the chaos and darkness, among the dead and among so many terrible injuries.
We just listened to the big, very huge sounds of a bomb, you know, and then I quickly go down and I went there. Now I can see too much dead over there.
Yeah, that's my first speech.
There are scenes of the most appalling carnage here, right in the centre of Bangkok's most popular shopping district. This is a temple next to a 5-star hotel, very, very popular with tourists coming to wish for good fortune. We heard the most enormous bang here a few minutes ago. We saw these motorbikes over there. They were ablaze. They just put the fire out. There are bodies all over the place.
This was the moment the device exploded, caught on a CCTV camera, scattering commuters and tourists. It was also caught on the dash cam of this car.
Damn!
They were lucky not to have been any closer. The survivors were raced into hospitals near the shrine in a constant, desperate.
So who the fuck would this be? Who would this be?
It's just too early to tell now, man. It could be terrorism. It could be some kind of false flag provocation between China and Taiwan, so that China can justify invading Taiwan, which they've been wanting to do for a very long time. Which, yes, by the way, will kick off World War III because we have a pact with Taiwan, a non-aggression pact with, you know, so. You know, the bankers they know that they're all the corruption that's coming out about all the politicians and the Clintons and Jeb Bush and all this shit. We're living in a very, very dangerous time. These motherfuckers know that we're watching them, just like Zbigniew Brzezinski mentioned in the famous speech. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, Zbigniew Brzezinski, he mentions that for the first time in human history, Americans and the world is awake, aware, and watching them. They know we're watching them. They know we know because of the internet, and they know the genie's out of the bottle. So God knows what they're gonna do. You know.
Know who to treat.
I'm just wondering. Okay, so but this is terrorism, though. This is like, I
Yeah.
mean, you think that's what everybody's resorting to now? You know, you think that China will resort, or any of these people would start to resort to fucking Middle East terrorism?
Well, if we all believe that the American government would pull a false flag, and we know that actually by factual evidence from history because of the Gulf of Tonkin incident and the LBJ and McNamara tapes that are in the National Archives, but I guess I'm a conspiracist for knowing about that. You know, you damn right that fucking China would do a false flag to make some kind of provocation to, you know, to get, you know, they got the same shit going on over there, you know, besides they're a communist nation, that we got going on here, you know. Their people's pit, you know, they have riots in fucking, you know, it happens all the time that the local police in small towns in China will murder somebody innocently. You know, somebody that's innocent, and they will murder them. The townspeople will get knives and forks and hose and anything they can find, and they will fucking murder those police. You know, so China's not perfect either. They're not some kind of communist utopia. I mean, there's a reason why their workers, they have to put suicide nets and the workers jump off and shit at Apple.
7 o'clock local time, their time. What is GMT?
What is that?
Greenwich
Global...
Mean Time.
Yeah.
What is it?
Greenwich Mean Time. That's supposedly the atomic clock that's keeping time for the whole world.
So what time is 7 o'clock Thailand time? That's like, they're like a day ahead of us, right? So like 7 o'clock, like, that was today. Well, tomorrow.
Yeah, they're probably 8 hours ahead of us, maybe 10.
Well, China's a day. How much is China ahead of us? I don't know. I think they're a day ahead of us, ain't they?
I know Europe's 8 hours ahead of us.
That sounds about right, because isn't it Australia the first country to celebrate New Year's?
Yeah, so these guys, this was like 3 hours ago. Might give or take, maybe 4 or 5.
I don't know what the source was, but I read somewhere that China was blaming the U.S. doing that for because they devalued the yuan, devalued their money. Now, whether there's any validity to that or not, I don't know.
You think we're importing ISIS to Asia, to Eastern Asia?
Well, I'm sure there's Muslims there.
I mean, I mean, will you be able to believe it if it's just like some random ass anybody else and it's not a Muslim? You know?
Well, but you know, a lot of places over there, they're Buddhist and they're kind of passive, which the jihadis, they're active.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, you think Buddhists are going offensive out there?
So what is that you're looking at, Tony? Tony. Well, I guess Tony is occupied.
I don't know. What's your guys' opinion of these two explosions?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen some of the video, and I don't know what the heck happened. But you could tell when the person that was filming it and his girlfriend or whatever, and they were watching it, and the first one went off, and Yeah, and then the second one hit, and they were like, "Oh my, let's go, let's go." I mean, yeah, that was just some amazing footage. That was no joke. But as far as what it was, I have no idea.
Right. Saints, you got military background, in the airsoft union. What
I don't know. Whatever it was, it left a crater, so it was on the ground.
On the ground? You don't recognize the type of explosion though, or nothing like that?
Man, that's mega big. I've seen some big ones, but that's big.
Yeah.
I mean, for it to make a crater that holds water, it's got to be close,
This is my opinion on it. If you actually look at some of the videos and some of the pictures that was taken, something had to come in and hit due to the fact the interstate's right there and then all those storage containers. If it was an explosion that was just exploding, all those containers would be everywhere, but you have like a direct line going through those containers and then exploding.
Yeah, she's talking about the shipping containers. In some of the photographs, they show outside where they're filming in towards where the impact was or whatever it was that exploded, and there's rows and rows of shipping containers that are stacked perfect, and then right next to it there's ones that are destroyed where it looks like something went right through them.
Interesting. Yeah, I've seen some drone footage of it, but I really couldn't make out if any type of blast pattern or evidence of some type of missile or something. But at this point, I don't think any of that can be ruled out. The only thing that kind of confuses me is that there was two explosions, and the sign of two explosions means that, or in my mind, points to the fact that it could have been some kind of chemical reaction.
I went through and looked at those images, and it crushed those shipping containers like they were cans. I mean, it just like aluminum can. But that was such a powerful explosion. If you look back on the film footage at the stuff it threw up in the air, I mean, their stuff went 1,000 feet in the air. It may have gone 3,000 feet in the air.
Everybody better buckle up and get all those projects you've been wanting to get done around the house for all these years and months and shit, and all those loved ones and stuff you wanted to spend time with, and all those chores and shit, everything that's been irking you to get it done, because we're moving into some historic times, as far as the world's history is concerned. People will look back on these times 1,000 years from now, and just be like, what the fuck were those people thinking?
Yep.
Somebody fill the error. I'm just going to start reading quotes.
Yeah, I'm looking through some pictures trying to find that one that I had seen, and I'm seeing ones of the area, but not the exact ones that I'm looking for.
Yeah, at this point, we're gonna have to wait probably a week or two before we start getting enough facts to actually draw conclusions.
Well, they said today China has stopped all the media,
right,
coming out from around the explosion.
And everybody should pay attention to that type of activity too, because that's the type of stuff that they're going to do if there's some kind of event that's similar here, no matter what it is. They will shut down communications. Nobody will be getting their cell phones around there, using their cell phones around there. There will be no reporting of the evidence. Get your bug out bags packed. That's for shucking sure.
I'm back.
Cool. All right. I think I found one of the pictures. It's not the exact one, but it's one that is somewhat representative of what Kay was saying. How you have all these, if you can see my cursor, all these shipping containers. It looks like something went through there, and then over here on the side, you have these that are still stacked up. So it looks like something
Knocked them over.
through there.
Yeah.
But I don't know for sure.
Shit like that don't happen. I've worked around industrial settings before. I've been around factories. You know, in those type of settings, even container, you know, storage yards, container yards, they don't really leave explosive containers shipments near sources of ignition. So it kind of blows my mind to try to understand, you know, what would start a fire, burn through whatever type of explosive container it was in, you know, set off a first explosion, and that explosion then sets off a secondary explosion. You know, it's very odd what happened, that's for sure. It's very odd.
It's to the point where you find it hard to believe that it was an accident.
No, yeah, exactly. I don't. Nothing from the scene and from what I've seen so far it says accident at all.
That right there was a big money loss.
Right.
I mean, thousands and thousands of cars out there look like they were just destroyed, burned out, holed out.
Not to mention all the human meat puppets they lost. They don't like that either. They pledge their citizens as debt and collateral just like our government does.
Yeah, they recycle them too, man.
Dude, there's a fucking billions of motherfuckers over there. They don't give a fuck.
Dude. They recycle them. I mean,
Dick.
If something happens to you, they're gonna get what they need before they.
I haven't seen the thing from China since like the day after yet.
Prepare for the power to go off and the cell phone to go off, and you'll be good.
I got 578 videos, and 100 of them matter. They'll save your life. So somewhere in those 578, there's 100 videos worth saving your life somehow. Trust me. I picked up this fucking lantern, right? Here, let me grab it. This thing's badass. Gotta wash the glass.
Strobe Talbot, President Clinton's Deputy Secretary of State, said, "In the next century, nations as we know it will be obsolete. All states will recognize a single world authority." How interesting.
I forgot how I did this shit, though.
We shall have world government whether or not we like it. The only question is whether world government will be achieved by conquest or consent. Paul Warburg, Council on Foreign Relations. In an address to the U.S. Senate in 1950. I didn't catch that part.
I don't have a lighter. I don't have a lighter.
I'm just filling air, guys, so if you're going to say something, just cut me off.
I got this lantern. I got this lantern. I just got to clean it off real quick. Because I used it, it's all blackened. The whole world is blackened. Blackened.
What pisses me off is people always saying taxes are legal. They're under the Constitution. Actually, taxes are not illegal when it comes to individuals' income. for the first fucking part of this country's history, all taxes were gathered from corporations and industry, and that alone was enough to fucking support this country and build it to what it became. In 1933, after World War I, or during World War I, whenever they got the war tax in place, it never went away. It developed into Social Security and the income tax. It's illegal. It's unconstitutional. There's a reason why you cannot find a tax code in the United States IRS book, whatever the hell it's called. I had a brain fart there, sorry. Alright, I'm done. Somebody fucking talk.
Well said, Nugs.
So here I got the old school. I picked up one of these for my last camping trip. They're only $7.99. I was just washing out the glass. I'm gonna put that back on. It was all black and shit.
Is that a kerosene lantern?
Yes, sir. Well, you can put any type of oil in here, right? Well, not any type, or not oil, but
Probably lamp oil or kerosene will work.
yeah. Or you could put deep oil in there too, right?
I don't know. I mean, probably. I don't know. I've never put diesel in one of them.
It'll smoke real bad.
No. Deep oil.
Oh, deep.
Yeah.
You can burn diesel fuel in them, but you got to mix just a little bit of gas with the diesel fuel.
So look,
Mix it up real good.
here's the dealio right here. What do you got? What do you got to do? You put a little bit of diesel, but you do what?
It'll burn diesel, but you got to put just a little bit of gas in your diesel, mix it up real good, and you got to have good ventilation.
Can I light this indoors, or would that be a bad idea?
Yeah, kind of bad idea.
Yeah, you
I
wouldn't.
don't know. It is live. You may get a bunch of viewers if.
I know. I'll put it right out. Right, I'll walk out and right out.
It'll set your smoke detector off.
Yep. So Tony, the DEET oil you're talking about, are you talking about like insect repellent DEET?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to, damn, that's a little expensive, isn't it?
No, there's another type of oil that you can burn. Maybe it's not. I think I'm just calling it DEET.
You talking about citronella oil?
There's another type of lantern oil you can burn and it repels bugs.
Yeah, citronella oil.
I was gonna say, you're putting pure DEET in that thing. Oh my God, I wouldn't want to breathe those fumes. Man, you put DEET on some plastics and nylons, and it'll eat it.
What do you think about this lamp though for $8?
Heck yeah.
It's not bad. That's cool.
I mean, you could probably technically run it on rubbing alcohol too, no?
I don't know.
Might get a little hot with rubbing alcohol.
No.
I don't know.
I mean, you need low velocity fuel in that.
Well, the wick is easy to make. Yeah, to replace. You can make. You don't even need to.
Yeah. Well, even replacement wicks aren't that much for them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how easy the little teeth that there's a name for it where the wick runs up through. I don't know how long it takes that to wear out. Probably a long time, right?
Yeah, it ain't moving nothing but a piece of cotton cloth, you know.
And it says you could use with any approved lamp oil, so I'm sure there's a ton of lamp oils, right?
Yeah.
Dude, it worked. Because I've been going out there. I'm gonna have to do another surefire video. That flashlight, I love that flashlight, but the battery life on it is not even. It's not.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's basically good for one night.
Yeah. Well, if you're using it all the time, yeah. Those 123s, they put out a lot of friggin' energy and they drain quick. And with the one that you have, what does it have? 2 settings, a high and a low?
Mm-mm.
Or it just has the high? Oh, that's why, yeah. Because I have one of the Surefire 6Ps, and yeah, but it's one of the older. It was the first generation of the LEDs, so it's only like 80 lumens. And you know, if I put batteries in it and I use it all night, yeah, it's going to drain quick.
Yeah, so I had to get a lantern, but I don't got no fucking money. So, you know, $8. I got $8. You know, and then I got the oil to put in it, kerosene and shit. That shit is cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, you think you put gasoline in it? Just straight gasoline?
Do not put straight gas in it.
I was just gonna say no, Tony. That's a bomb.
If you try,
But here's the thing: if you go out and get a Coleman dual fuel lantern, you can put gasoline in.
Yeah, but why can't you put gas?
One cup of gasoline enclosed in an enclosed container, if ignited, is equal to 1 stick of dynamite. So I do not recommend putting pure gasoline.
Well, thanks for telling me. So what? Wouldn't the diesel do the same thing?
Nah. Too much dirt and oil in it. That's the reason I said you got to put a little bit of gas in there. It probably won't even pull that diesel up there and burn it.
Yeah.
Sounds like you need to make some video experiments, Tony.
Right?
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Will it blow up?
Will I die?
Does it lantern?
I think it's cheap, though. I mean, it provides a different type of light. You know, it provides that yellow light, that yellow old-fashioned. It's not a fucking bright when you're used to LEDs and all that. It doesn't do that. But it's definitely, I mean, especially if you can put it on some, you know, paracord and put it up on a tree.
Yeah.
I thought it was called a coal miner's lantern, but I guess that's not what it's called.
It might be called a miner's lantern. I'll go find out for sure. Hold on, I'll be back.
I googled it all over, and anything. The miner's lantern's different. I guess this is just a kerosene lantern, is what I mostly came up with.
Can I ask if any of you guys are NRA members and what you think of the NRA?
I was.
So, okay.
I was a recruiter, too. I gave up.
What about you, Jay Watt? Jay Watt, you NRA guy?
What was that? An NRA guy? You know what? I used to support the NRA. I'm not like anti-NRA, but I don't like some of the shit that they've done.
Yeah, I agree. What about you, Saints?
All my friends are, but I'm not. I got a couple of friends that are lifetime members, and they've asked me about it, but I don't know.
G, you support the NRA? Like the NRA? What you think about them?
They're making money on something that's supposed to be a given.
Right.
I mean, they don't do nothing for me.
Yeah, I joined after the 2012 NRA convention. I joined for a year. I was like, oh, this is cool, you know. And honestly, the only reason I rejoined this year was for the firearms insurance. And then after their support for fucking Romney, after I saw what they did there, yeah, I think this will be the last year I support him. I'm going to be gun owners, you know, America all the way.
From 2012 to 2014, I was nuts, but after that, I stopped.
Yeah, I agree. They've gotten too corrupt, too big. I don't think they got our Second Amendment interest in heart.
I can't think of the gentleman's name, but I've heard the guy that's over Gun Owners of America speak, and buddy, he don't back down. He shoots them down left and right.
Oh yeah, everybody knows about the fucking the British guy in the Alex Jones thing when they discuss the Second Amendment, Pierce Morgan, but nobody ever brings up the Gun Owners of America guy, Larry Pratt versus that dipshit British tool. That's a good one too.
Yeah, he didn't get excited and flail his arms in the air, though, and jump up and down and scream and spit on everything.
No, he just intellectually and verbally destroyed fucking that British fuckhead.
Right. Just dissected him one piece at a time.
M&P ever come in?
No, I'm talking.
M&P never came in?
No.
Nope.
Damn.
Right on the after chat.
After chat. A lot of people want to get on the after chat.
Dude, there's fucking 5 spots open.
We gonna shut this down soon?
I'm good. Whatever.
I'm about out of energy. I'm done talking.
All right. Go to the after chat then.
Peace.
Damn, you got 30 people watching. You going after chat?
Keep wanting more.
Yeah, man. We didn't even hit no
Nah, I don't give a
topics.
fuck. Anybody? You guys want to invite somebody from out there?
How about you just throw the? Let's make it interesting, dude. Throw the fucking link on the fucking next channel. Let's just start fucking hitting some homers, yo.
This is the guy that just come back after what, a half hour, 45 minutes?
Oh, I'm sorry, yo. I'm sorry, Mister. I live by
You
myself.
missed
No
everything.
kids.
You missed
Fucking no
everything.
wife.
And now you come back because we're being quiet.
Open link. Open link.
I'm the fucking mega mouth of the dragon, dog. Everybody knows that, yo. I fucking run this motherfucker 3 hours by myself, Nugs. I said, fuck it. I just gave everyone my lifetime stories and people were digging it. So I said, fuck it. We'll keep it going. They know me, dog. I say what I tell it like it is.
Let's talk guns
I don't
then.
give a-
Guns seems to be fun. I like talking about guns. Fuck this politics shit.
Toys.
Yeah, let's talk
What
about
does everyone, put in the external, what does everyone want to talk about? Make it interesting. You got to get the external fucking involved, dog. Without them, there ain't no chat.
I light my lantern indoors. That's what.
How about we can play the game?
Can
We
I
can play
put
the top three. We can play the top 3 game. People would love that. We haven't done that before.
Can I put kerosene in my endless match?
I can get this bitch going.
Have you seen these right here, guys? Endless match. Can I put kerosene inside this endless match?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
when you go to light it, make sure it's not on your fingers. Oh my God, he's actually gonna do it.
Kerosene is
You gotta have something that won't flash.
I don't understand why you can't just gas.
All right. Here we go. Here we go. Question 1. Top two pistols, and you can't have any long guns, only pistols. When the shit goes down and you're only allowed to have 2 pistols, what 2 pistols would you own? Knowing it's our last days coming, you gotta survive. What 2 pistols and what calibers and why? How you like them apples? Me, Glock 21, Glock 17, 33 rounder, and a 28 rounder, and I'm good to go. 45 and a 9mm, and I'm good. Glock, and more Glocks. What would you take, Jay Watt?
I don't know. One would probably be a 22, and then
What kind of 22?
whatever I could find.
Okay, move on. Next. You got something to talk about?
I want to see if Tony's gonna put kerosene in this friggin'
I didn't think
endless
so.
match and light it up.
Anyone who wanted to answer that and play, sorry, J Watt fucked it up.
All right. Well, I'd concur with G on the Glock 17 with the 33 rounder. Got to have that 9mm, please, all day long. And then I want to. I'm sorry. I think I'll choose a Smith & Wesson M&P with the RMR cutout in 40 caliber, since all the police officers of the United States carry 40 caliber weapons, so 40 caliber ammunition will be everywhere as well as 9mm.
I want a Colt AR pistol, and I want
No.
and then I just want like some random ass AK pistol. I don't care. It's an AK. Just something, a 7.62 pistol. Can I have an arm brace on it?
Talking no SBRs. No, I said pistols. No, okay, no AR pistols and no AK pistols. Regular fucking. Okay, what did I say? No long arm rifles and no long.
I didn't know that you were. I didn't know you were defining what a pistol was right now.
That was my wild card, the one he threw out there.
That's right. No 7.62 and no 5. That's right. Pistols, just regular old-fashioned pistols.
5.7.
That I heard that's a shitty round.
Fuck no.
I heard it was a shitty round.
What am I thinking? I'm thinking of the
You're thinking of the whatchamacallit, the fucking
FN 5.7.
Yeah, but we know that. But the fucking the pistol, the what do you call it? Someone in the external help. What is it, Tommy boy?
P90.
No. Tommy boy, come on, help me out. What's the fucking 5.7? The pistol. What's the 5.7?
It's the FN 5.
There
5,
it is. Thank
5,
you. Yes.
That's
yes.
what it is. They really have a name.
He's got one.
Yep. FN 5.7. That's it.
Yeah, that and a Glock 21 with the Chris mag. And some different sights on that bitch. Wow, or just like some night sights, some Trijicon night sights on it.
Yep, I got the True Blue night sights.
The 5.7 and the Glock 21.
Good answers. What about you, Lewis?
If I had the money, now, do you have to own it, or is it just if you could pick something? If I could pick
whatever
something,
you want, 2 pistols.
If I could pick something, it'd be one of them long slide Glock 34s.
Hello.
And I know I hate to go old school. One of them fancy ass Kimber 1911s, buddy. I was freaking smoking with one of them. Not a Kimber, just 1911.
I forgot all about those long slide Glock 34s. The competition shooters eat them motherfuckers up like candy. As soon as they come off the line, and those competition shooters are grabbing them, they're kind of hard to come by.
Very
Tommy Boy 9, I love it. He said FN stands for fuck no. I don't know, Tommy. Those FN tactical 45s, that's the shit, though. FN makes a good product, man.
FN and CZ both make nice fucking pistols.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And I'm a Glock boy. I don't care. You can call me Glock fanboy all you want. I stick with the shit. I stick with the shit that works. I trained with them. I know them. I think, to me, they're the sexiest looking pistols. They're clean. They don't got a fucking crazy shit. No fucking lots of lines and zigzags. And it's a straight, clean fucking pistol that works. It's the AK of pistols. That's what I think Glocks are. They just run and run and run and run and run and run. And the people that fucking, the biggest fucking faggot shit I fucking hear, it's not comfortable in my hand. Motherfucker, my hand is bigger than yours by 2. And that shit fits in my hand all day long. Glock 19, yeah, it's a little small, but I like Glock 19. It's small enough to conceal, big enough to fight with.
I would really like to see a redesign of the Glock pistols, though. I'd like to see them kind of tighten them up a little bit, kind of like the M&Ps, the Smith & Wessons did, to where you got a higher tang grip. That way you're over the bore.
I agree.
If they did
I
that
agree.
and then slim the slide down just a hair, just a little bit, you know, made just a slightly smaller profile slide, dude, those
I
fucking,
agree.
yeah, they would be dope looking.
I agree. I agree. And you're right. The fucking most comfortable pistol I've ever held is an M&P 45. Those M&Ps, those fucking grips are fucking
Shot
comfortable.
the 43 yet? Is it the 43? Has anybody shot the 43 yet?
Nah,
That's the 9mm, right?
I don't know what a Glock 43 is.
But yeah, G, those M&P grips, man, they put a lot of time and effort, engineering
Yeah,
designing that over the bore hold, to where they really are more accurate.
I don't know. I had a Springfield XDM. I didn't like it. I traded my XDM for the Glock 17, dude, and best decision I've ever made. Now, don't get me wrong, the XDM is a nice made pistol. The fucking match grade barrel, the fucking nice fucking trigger. But for me, I don't know, dude. I just shot better with the Glock. It fits me better. I don't know.
Right. And that's what it comes down to, comfortability, because everybody's perception is different. So, you know, you got to figure out what works for you and what you're comfortable with. Don't listen to anybody else, and that goes for females too, because a lot of females get caught up listening to their men and shit, and other guys, instead of listening to their own intuition about what feels good in their hand.
Like my wife, she loves the Glock 19, dude, all day long. For her, it's perfect. I mean, you're talking to a cat that never even shot a fucking revolver.
Right.
Never shot a revolver. I just strictly semi-automatic, man. Stick to what you know. Stick to what works, like you said.
And practice makes perfect. People that think they're going to go out there and be Johnny fucking Law in a shit hit the fan scenario who only fire maybe 50 rounds a month or 50 rounds a year, you're not prepared. You need to fucking literally buckle down and start shooting. Get out there and shoot. You know, because if you're still closing your eyes and flinching when you fire a pistol or a rifle, you haven't fired enough. You need to shoot more. Am I right, Saints?
Yep.
Yes, sir, Ray.
That's the name of the game. Shoot with your eyes open. Can't see a motherfucker when your eyes are closed.
There's a reason the special forces guys and shit, and even the competition shooters, they fire tens of thousands of rounds a year, and it's because, you know, they're weeding out all those mistakes. They're building that muscle memory. You know, you can't compete against some. It's like Bruce Lee said, you don't fear the man that knows 10,000 kicks. Fuck that guy in his ass. You don't fear that man that knows 10,000 kicks. You fear the man that knows one kick 10,000 times. That guy that's sat there every night and hit that heavy bag 10,000 times, he's going to whoop your fucking ass with that one kick.
Yep. Yep.
Man, Mark don't know what he's talking about. I shot fucking sustained fire steel case in the Glock. I've staggered it. I've done everything, dude. The Glock just eats it. I don't even lube my Glock no more. I just clean all the sand out of it, because every lube, even J-Watt sent me some lube. All these lubes, they all do the same thing out here in the desert sand. They collect all the fucking sand on your shit. So, you know, I just end up cleaning my shit with a towel. I have frog lube as like a base coat, you know, but I'm not putting nothing else on it. I take it, I fucking wipe it off, run the fucking lower in warm water, you know what I'm saying, and put it back together and leave it dry, because any lube I've tried everything, and it just fucking, it all collects sand on everything. So I shoot steel case, I shoot everything through the Glock.
It goes, man. Eats that shit up. Like
There's a base, yeah, there's a base coat of frog lube on there though. Like you would, if you touch it, you wouldn't even know. You don't even know until it gets hot and then it sweats out a bit.
Yeah.
I've tried all these other lubes, man. Just collects. It's just better if the gun's dry out here.
I heard KY's. Oh, never mind. Sorry, wrong chat.
Like
Fucking J-Watt's got a lot of lube, boy.
With an
He's
ass
got a
like
lot of
that, he
lube.
better. Shit, look at that
He's
ass.
got lots of lube to fucking spare. But he's not using it. But he's starting to use a lot of lube, though.
Yeah.
J-Watt uses a lot more lube than others.
Yeah, might
He
ought to
has
put some
that-
gloves. Might ought to put some gloves on when you're messing with that, Tony.
Oh, dude, he's got fucking lube in his fucking get-go bag, fucking all his bags, his glove box. He keeps that shit everywhere, boy.
You can just get the Crisco out the fridge.
He's got that shit in a little fucking pump, boy. Just pumps that shit out when he needs it.
I hear a lot of people talking about that frog lube shit.
And when
But
you move on to grease.
There's frog lube and fire clean. I hear a lot of people talking shit about, like as if they're good or something. But honestly, I just use some good old fucking hops, fucking elite gun oil. That's all I.
There you go. Yeah, leave us Greeks alone.
See,
we got the olive oil. We don't need lube. We got olive oil, babe.
Could this make sense though out here? Could this make sense? Like, you know, it's so dry out here, we don't have to worry about no moisture or nothing like that. So as long as we just keep the gun clean. I mean, we got so much sand everywhere I go. Everywhere I go out here, any lube I use on there, it's just sand, just fucking caked on there. Fine ass sand, you know, just caked on there. I notice the drier I keep it, the less problems I have with this sand.
I gotta keep my shit lubed up every time I go to the range. I clean that shit, dude. My shit is spotless, clean. I don't leave my shit dirty, dude. I'm a snob when it comes to that shit.
I'm not saying my shit's dirty. I'm just saying.
Oh, your shit's dirty.
I'm making my shit dry.
No, you gotta shoot that shit wet.
No, fuck that. Can't.
Shoot that shit wet, yo, like it's so glow.
Anybody got any shout outs? We got 3 minutes.
Shout outs to everybody who came.
Shout out to M&P, and then I seen Wood out there earlier, and then JQHS is always out there. He's cool peeps.
Always. He's good man.
Oh, if you want a link, here, I'll post an open link.
Just post an open link, dude. Make it so, yeah, because I'm not fucking sending links out at fucking 2 in the morning, dude. I'm tired. Shout outs to everybody who comes out. Tommy Boy, JQ, all the boys, Saints and Sappers, always. Thanks for coming out and supporting us, brother. Always a pleasure having you. Quasar, brother J Watt always comes through. Fucking M&P. Sorry we missed you again, buddy. Hopefully we'll see you sometime in the future.
We need to have a live chat where we just sit around a fire and ask M&P questions. I'm sure he would love that.
Yep. And shout outs to Neil, Brother Rev, Sting, Poison, I hope you're doing good, Stinger, Kansas. Shout outs to the Dragon. And shout outs to everybody who always comes and hangs out with us. A lot of good people out there, man. Brother Sparks. Good people.
Shout out Mr. Time Boy 9. Shout out to Nugs for being on panel again. Joel's Quantum Heart Lodge. If any of you guys want a link, it's open link out there. Anybody who's an asshole, just kick them out. So, we're out. Oh, Green Dragon and the Political Port, High Desert Pioneer, Mule Team 66, Rebel Solution.
Yeah.
Saints and Sappers, tip of the week, tactical tip of the week. When you throw a grenade, make sure your thumb is on the spoon. Thumb is on the spoon. Because like it says in Murphy's Laws of Combat, when the pin is pulled, Mr. Grenade is not your friend.
No doubt.